Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at Animal Crossing shop builds. These are a great way to add something a little bit unique to your island, and there is so many ways you can do it. So we're going to run through some of the amazing builds that the community have done. Thank yous to everyone that submitted their builds, and I'm so sorry if I didn't use yours, but without further ado, let's get into it. So the first build that I wanted to show you was this Boba Tea shop. This is so adorable and really executed so well. I love the fact that there is a rooftop bar that if you use a ladder you could climb up onto it, but it may look daunting to build, but in reality this is just stools and simple panels, so you could recreate this quite easily with a limited amount of furniture, and it looks so effective. There are lots of custom designs out there that would really help make this pop, but you could also use this for any number of shops or stalls or cafes or whatever it is that you want to do. Absolutely love this one. Next up, we have an adorable little pumpkin shop. This is so cute. I love that you can buy like the little seedlings, and you can also buy the whole pumpkins. So cute. This would work depending on whatever kind of simple panel design you have. You could turn it into that kind of shop. It's just a great setup. I love the fact that they've added in the plant partitions behind the simple panels just to add it that much more detail and give it some height. It really does finish off the whole build. But if you're wanting to add a pumpkin shop to your island, this would be great for like an autumnal build or a farm build. It's just such a cute little design. For number 3, we have this amazing gas or petrol station, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're on. This is so good and it is wonderful. I love all the signage. Nat Brat has done a fantastic job here. It just looks so realistic. We've got the little simple panel build for the actual shop where you can go in and pay for your petrol, and then the actual kind of forecourt. And I love the little detail of the shells on the pillars because it's a Shell gas station. How good is that? And at nighttime it just sees all lit up. It's just really cool. The next build we're going to look at actually has space for 2 shops, so you could definitely take this idea and turn it into your own. But I love the setup of this. This is so well done. It was created by Soaring Rose, and on the left hand side we have a sandwich shop, and on the right hand side we have an ice cream shop, and then you can like walk your way through, and all of the backdrop here is just stunning with all of the castle walls. This is perfect for like a town or a structured island. I just love the way that this looks. There's even space to sit outside of the shop. How wonderful is that? Next up, we have this amazing milk shop that was created by Lana. This is embracing all of the sprinkle goodness, but it would work for so many different themes, like Farm Court Island. That would be cute as well. I love what they've done here because it is a twist on the traditional idea of a shop. So they've got the little stall where you've got the counter set up, but you've also got like the delivery truck, which is so cute, and then we have the milk pails and also little cups of milk everywhere, which is so cute. Maybe you can try before you buy, but this is adorable and I cannot wait to see the rest of this island complete. This next shop was a retro one for me. I mean, some players of Animal Crossing might not even remember when Blockbuster existed, but it very much did. This is a video shop called Blockbuster where you used to go and rent movies from. Blast of the past, I know, but this was created by Crossing. I love the color theming here. I love that they've got the TVs and the snacks and kind of the little shelving units. This is just so good. It's a great setup for a shop, and again, I will keep saying this, but you could alter it to whatever kind of shop setup you want. But I just love the idea of having a Blockbuster because someone needs to have them somewhere. Next up, if you're looking for inspiration for winter stalls or shops, then this is a great one. This is a hot cocoa stand created by Emmy, but we should actually take a look at the way she's built this because it is adorable. 2 storefronts, 2 curtain partitions, the little lights, and then the counter area with the till and the other items on is just perfection. And again, this is something that can be really versatile. It doesn't have to be a cafe, it could be like a florist or something. It's just a great way to set up a little shop or stall. Next up, we are on Rachelle's beautiful Normcore island. I love this. Another blast from the past. It's like 2020 all over again. But why I'm showing you this is because I think it's a great way to lay out your little shops and stalls. So she's lined them along the path, which if you're struggling for a transition area, then these sorts of builds are perfect. She's got a great array of stalls from the coffee shop, the bookshop, and my personal favorite is the record shop. It's just really, really lovely, and you can do this in so many different ways. I just think it's it's not a market per se, it's just like a line of stalls, which is cute. Next up, we have this beautiful coffee shop build, which is done by Biscuit from Boldinia, and this is so pretty. I love the way that it looks. You have all of the simple panels, all of the stalls. It is just so good, and you've got a little bit of a seating area out front, but it really does feel like an overgrown little kind of plaza area, which is nice. This whole island is just beautiful. It's set in like early autumn and it just looks wonderful. Again, the simple panels really do make this, but the little details that they've added in really just help make it stand out. For number 10, we are at this wonderful dessert shop. This is by Trilled Llama, and I love the way that this looks. It's really unique. They've incorporated the villager home into it, which is nice, and then there is a lot of the covered counters. Use the short simple panels, which don't get used enough, and then there is just all of the dessert goodness around it. Really great setup. It's not overly complicated, so anyone can literally do this. You just need to get your hands on all of those items, and then you can just come in, enjoy your favorite cheesecake. I say cheesecake because that's obviously the best dessert, but it just looks wonderful. Great job. If you are wanting to incorporate your villager homes into a shop or a store, Mina has done that with this ice cream shop, which is just so adorable. I love the tropical vibes for it. It's very colourful, lots of pink, and it has a great little look to it. The shop itself is using some simple panels and the diner counters, which work great. It's just a really nice little setup, and again, it would make a perfect starter for a supermarket or any other shop you can think of. But this is just wonderful. I would eat my ice cream here for sure. For number 13, we have another wonderful little shop build. This one is a seafood shop, and this was created by Animalcrossing. And I love the use of the storefronts. Again, it just really goes to show how storefronts can really elevate your shops and your stalls. Without them, I just feel like this build wouldn't be the same. And then I love the decking and all of the kind of surrounds. So we've got fresh fish, cooked fish, all ready to be purchased. Lots of barrels. I just love the rustic vibes of this. And tying in the flags with the simple panels, having that seafood design is a little bit of genius, I must say. The next thing I wanted to show you was a build that I worked on my vintage Kidcore island. On this island, everything is very cute and pink, so I really wanted to do a pink pet shop. So this is what I've done here. To create the shop area, I've used the climbing walls and the medieval building sides, and then we've just put kind of shop items in the middle. I've got a little covered counter with the till on, and then we've got dog things, we've got hamsters, birds, just anything you could imagine that you would see in a pet shop, and of course the food as well. So I just thought it was a different way to do a shop, and it works quite nicely. Up next, we have an abandoned market that has been created by M.Crossing. Emmy has done this wonderful build here. It really showcases what you can do with stalls and storefronts and the retro transportation stops. I love the shape of this. So we have like the narrow alleyway, and then you kind of lead back round to where there is a little supermarket build, which is cute. There's so many different stalls here. We've got like food shops, fish, and obviously the supermarket as well. It's just a really nice little build, and it's definitely something that you need to play around with and just go for it and give it a go and see what happens. Up next, we have this wonderful supermarket design by Ico.Crossing. I love the way that this looks. You have the structured building, which even has doors and windows that you can actually see through and see the produce in. That's so cool, using the wide display cabinets if you're wondering what they are. And then there's also a garden section, which I feel is quite realistic. So this area is outside with the fencing. It looks so good. I love the way that this is, and it's great inspiration if you're doing a city island and you want to have a realistic supermarket on your build, on your island. The next build we have is a flower shop that was created by Daisy, and I love how this feels. Very, very cottagecore-y, very cute. They've used the storefronts as the exterior for this, but they've also used the curtain partition as the doorway. What a great idea. For the backdrop here, they've used the gel bars, and then we've got lots of kind of floristry items, garden items. It really just is the perfect little rustic flower shop. If you're wanting to create a market area or a flea market, then definitely take inspiration from Stephanie's area here. She's got this beautiful tropical island, and what she's done is kind of set up different areas for different shops using the kind of deck patterns that she's got. I would love to see this done with blankets. I think that would be so cute, like a temporary boot sale or something, or a yard sale. Very, very cute idea. I love what she's done here to keep in with the tropical feeling, having the bright coloured fence and also the curtain partitions with all of those bright tropical patterns. Gorgeous. But yes, there is so many different items for sale here, so many different stall ideas. Wonderful build. Next up, we have this adorable cider shop created by Seashore Crossing. I love the way that this looks. This is so perfect for an autumn style island or an orchard build. I love what they've done with the beds, the simple panel and the storage shed combo is so nice. The fact that they've got a little cafe area here as well is just so cute. It is something different. It's not a storefront. It's not just simple panels. So just step outside the box sometimes and you can definitely utilize different items to create these shops and stalls. It just works sometimes, and this is a proof of that. For number 19, I wanted to show off these amazing storefronts that Mina has created for some of the NPCs in the game. So we have one for Kix and one for CJ. Obviously the shop fronts are all themed to match their kind of personality. So Kix has got all the shoes out front and CJ has all the fishing stuff, but these are so well done. We've got lots of simple panels here. The items they've used behind the simple panels are the wooden bookcases and the sofas, and they work really well. And I think there's some hedges there as well, but these are so fitting and they are gorgeous little shops. So if you wanted to do a whole kind of cityscape with lots of different storefronts, this is the way to do it. Kind of add in those little details as you go. Wonderful little spot on this island. So the final build that I wanted to show you was my attempt at a florist build. This one I wanted to include because it's slightly different from everything that we've seen so far. So the main furniture items that I've used here are the storefronts, obviously the simple panels, you can see them, the pergolas for the backdrop, and then I've also used a filing cabinet which has allowed me to put the furniture items on top, so you can see that line or the shelf of flowers there. I just think that that helps to fill it out, and it definitely adds in more flowers. Obviously this shop is more the idea that you would walk into it as opposed to having everything out front, but it works and it's quite a small build, so it would be a great filler build for whatever you need on your island. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed looking at all of these shops with me. There is so many fantastic builds. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for all of the creators for sharing their designs with me. I'll see you again soon with another video. Bye bye.